Sexyy Red got backlash because she decided to do something that Sexyy Red normally does, but because it was MLK Day, it got backlash. Here we go.
Sexyy Red and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter, Miss Bernice King. Woo! This is a beautiful moment in hip hop and a teachable moment. Like I've been telling y'all, when OGs speak up, that's when the culture is truly gonna shift. Sexyy Red posted this AI generated picture of her slow dancing with MLK, and Miss Bernice King said, "This is intentionally distasteful, dishonoring, deplorable, and disrespectful to my family and my father, who's not here to respond himself because he was assassinated for working for your civil and human rights and to end war and poverty. Please delete." Shout out to Sexyy Red. She got the message and she took heed. She said, "You ain't wrong. Never meant to disrespect your family. My apologies. Just reposted something that I saw and I thought was innocent." When OGs speak up, the younger generation will pay attention and will show respect, but OGs got to be consistent. I wish more people in hip hop, specifically rappers, would take heed to what Miss Bernice King did. Speak up, because you know that what a lot of the youngers is doing ain't right in different instances, and you got their ear. This is another teachable moment in hip hop. The shift is here. I ain't got time to be going back and forth with people that
don't know what that is. However, what do you guys think about Sexyy Red and her AI generated picture with Dr. Martin Luther King? Thoughts?
I guess I'll start off. Honestly, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Number one. I didn't even know that Martin Luther King Jr. kids was really active like that, to be honest with you. On top of that, and I'm gonna just keep it 100, like I'm gonna be 100% real. Almost every Martin Luther King street that I done been at or been down is a piece of shit. And I don't really understand what people think they're accomplishing or what agenda that they're pushing forward by even addressing a Sexyy Red in the first place. I don't understand it. I mean, if she was twerking with him in the AI generated picture, or it was something egregious or super disrespectful, I would understand that. But I didn't know that Martin Luther King separated himself from the people based off of whether or not he liked you. The only thing he cared about was equality for everybody and making sure that everybody had an opportunity to win. So how do we then separate him from people probably that need him the most? What people don't understand is that civil rights leaders was not there for people that already won. They weren't there for the people that was already woke. They were there for the people that needed help and the people that actually had to be brought up. It's similar to the church. The church isn't there to make you feel better about yourself if you already winning and you already know God. That's when you become a servant leader. The church is there for the people that need you the most and that actually need the correction, that needs the growth and the opportunity. And so if you then alienate his legacy or yourself away from the people that actually probably need you the most, it's the reverse response of what I think his legacy really meant. Now, I can't really speak to, you know what I'm saying? I can't debate with his daughter, but again, the reality is that I don't see anything wrong with it. And I think that the hate for people like Sexyy Red is so hard, is so large that we miss the message and we miss the point of what Dr. King legacy really was. It wasn't about whether or not we like Sexyy Red or not. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just my thoughts. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think that I think it's just extra. It's super extra. Get the fuck off. Get the fuck off of Instagram and Twitter, and actually go and advocate for something that's really meaningful that can really push the culture forward. And that's how you really honor your father's legacy. Because we ain't even. Well, I don't even know what his kids is about and what they do.
What are your thoughts, Carrie?
What was I don't even really understand what that picture was for. Like, do you know what was there text to it or something?
Yeah, it had a text on it. It was just talking about, MLK Day. Happy MLK, but she didn't make it. A fan made it, and she decided
Who's
to post
limited to being able to celebrate Martin Luther King's legacy? Do you have to qualify yourself?
But I don't.
My question is, do you have to not be a hoe, or do you have to not curse?
Yeah.
What's the limit?
That's what
to
they're saying.
the type of people that can celebrate Martin Luther King's legacy?
But
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Is that a new question, or are you saying in
According
reference
to
to
the
that
according to
photo?
the daughter, it is according to the
'Cause that
daughter, she didn't
that
like how Sexyy Red was on there.
Show the picture. Pull up the picture.
well,
If you don't mind, please, madam.
This is a beautiful moment in hip hop.
Maybe.
So she didn't like
I don't.
how, Sexyy Red looks like she normally does, and then she's that close to Dr. Martin Luther King. She didn't like it.
What?
She was like, and she's tired of seeing her dad all over club flyers. Like they had a whole like text thread back and forth. This is the short version.
Man, get the fuck out of here. This fake outrage from the black community is so trash. I don't give a fuck about what these people talking about, bro. That's just me personally, though.
So like, I guess if you were like, you're Anton Daniels, and then some, I guess, stripper put you on a flyer. That's what she's saying. And she was like, it degrades her dad's legacy.
Yeah, I don't look at that photo and think that anybody was trying to celebrate Martin with that photo. So that the first thing I saw, I was like, what? It looks crazy. I don't even know how somebody came up with the idea of that. Like, I'm not outraged. Like, I don't think it's a huge deal, but I totally understand how, if that came across her feed, she would want to say something about it. I don't blame her for saying something about it. And I think that Sexyy Red responded with respect. Like, I'm glad she responded the way that she responded, because let's not act like we don't know what Sexyy Red represents, and let's not act like we don't know what has been put out about Martin Luther King recently. So yeah, I think that it is important for his daughter, if she's bothered by it, to say something about it so that she can preserve her father's reputation in the ways that she thinks that she can. So
black people don't even respect Martin Luther King like that.
Well, I mean, that's your opinion. I don't think that. I don't think black people as a whole don't respect him. There's people who may not, but I don't think that you can make that blanket statement about all black people. So I understand why she
black people
was bothered.
didn't hold him in regard when he was alive, and they still talk shit about him today.
I don't know that to be true, Anton. That black people didn't hold him in high regard when he was
They
here.
didn't.
And when
It was against them the same way that they against some of the black leaders today. That's blazing a legacy and setting a foundation that will probably be reverenced later on after their death, but not celebrated in their life. It was plenty of people.
When you say they,
when you say with Martin Luther King,
I'm not saying that there's not people who disagree with him, but you went from there's people to, I mean, I'm sorry, you went from black people, like all, like majority, to there are some. Sure, there are some who disagree with him, but to make that be the majority, I don't think that you can't make that statement, because you can't quantify that.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't see how that photo celebrates MLK. And I think that for whoever put it together, I'm sure they didn't put it together as a homage to MLK. I'm sure that they did it for some kind of a laugh, some kind of a dig, some kind of a something that was not positive about MLK. And I think that if she saw it and she has a platform in her mind, I can say something. My dad can't, so I'm gonna say something. And again, she Sexyy Red responded the way she should have, I think.
You know what? This just fake outrage is wild. It's becoming more and more annoying every single day.
I don't think that was outrage, though. I think, to the guy's point, I forget his name, I don't think that was outrage. I think that was correction. She corrected her.
I'm not talking
Sexyy
about
Red
her.
took heed.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about from black people in general. The fake outrage just because they don't necessarily like Sexyy Red, or the fake outrage in general of the shit that they get upset about, is corny to me. It's so whack to me.
Whereas I do think people don't like Sexyy Red. I think the issue is like that was really a harmless photo. It's photos of Dr. King. It's photos of Dr. King that could be deemed disrespectful, where they got him with all those gold teeth and everybody.
So don't nobody say shit about that.
well, that's what she did say. She did say something in the post. She said, because I told you it's a whole thread. That's just one of them. She said that she's tired of seeing her dad on multiple flyers and posts any kind of way.
But you can't go at the artist just because it's the artist. She just reposted it. Did she ever say anything to the person that actually created it? Probably
no,
not.
she said something to Sexyy Red.
Only to the person that's popular so that they can get visibility. Listen, man, that's the reason why it's fake outrage. Is because they don't actually go at the people that created or any of that type of stuff. They only say stuff to the people that got the most visibility to create a moment.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Or they go at the people who have the most visibility because they can have the most impact by doing what Sexyy Red did in her response. Maybe she didn't even know who created the
picture
photo in the first place.
It wasn't distasteful.
So was it tasteful?
What about that picture was distasteful?
It wasn't bad.
Okay. Sexyy Red's reputation is distasteful. So let's start there.
But is it a limit to who can celebrate?
Her image in and of itself is distasteful. And she's standing there dancing, she's dancing with MLK.
So
like what? So explain to me how that's tasteful.
Because
so if it's
MLK's
not distasteful,
legacy,
how is it tasteful?
Because MLK's legacy was dealing with women.
MLK's legacy had nothing to do with whether or not he agreed with your lifestyle or not. MLK's legacy was about equality. It was about opportunity. It was about making sure that everybody had a fair shake as far as no discrimination. It wasn't about a value. He wasn't.
I think
his whole legacy had nothing to do with what it is that they're trying to put. I don't give a fuck about Sexyy Red myself. Listen, if I die one day and somebody that I don't necessarily agree with their lifestyle, because I don't agree with a lot of motherfuckers' lifestyle that I deal with right now. But if they show love to me, am I supposed to say, no, your image is a piece of shit, so don't show no love to me? Like, what are we
explain to me how explain to me how her reposting that photo is showing love to MLK. I'm just missing it. Maybe I'm missing something. Tell me how she's showing love. I don't get where y'all are getting that her putting that photo
Martin Luther King.
That's why I said, what did she put in the how did she acknowledge him? She reposted a photo that someone put her in with him, her dancing with him.
That's not acknowledging him?
No, that's a photo of her dancing with MLK. That's why I asked, what was the text? What's the context of this? Because to me, the photo in and of itself seems random and weird anyway. That's why I asked for more to the story.
This is the thing though too, because this is the part of MLK's legacy that people don't like to talk about. That nigga loves some women. Like real talk. That nigga loves some women. So Sexyy Red probably she might have had a chance.
Slimmy, I think you reaching.
No, I'm not
reaching with that. No, I'm saying like, okay, so what is it? Is she paying homage or is this what? So are you what does that point mean then? If he was crazy about women, then what now should we take from her reposting that photo? This is Dr. King's on his day. Let's celebrate the fact that he loved all women. He got it in with women. Like, help me now to connect what you're trying to say.
Oh, I was joking about the women shit, but the thing is, in our reality, somebody made an image of MLK with Sexyy Red and posted it on MLK Day. She saw it in her feed. She reposted it. It's just paying homage in a way. Now, granted, that's probably the only way she could, because what's she gonna actually say about MLK? Would you care if she said something about him and she don't ever speak like that?
I just think that y'all are reaching by saying
the caveat. Here's the caveat at the end. So once MLK's daughter said that, right?
She deleted the image?
No. Once she said that, Sexyy Red got backlash. And so she came back and said that people shouldn't talk about Sexyy Red, and because they start calling her ghetto and ratchet and trash and all this other stuff. And then that's when she went to the whole we shouldn't degrade people and things like that. So that's what actually irritated me. Right? The whole first half I didn't really care. But that part irritated me because she knew that if she said something and
Of
somebody
course she
being
did.
like
She could have
Sexyy Red,
listen. If
she
she
was going to
wanted
get
to,
backlash because Sexyy Red is who
man,
Sexyy Red
listen.
is.
All of this shit is fake. I don't give a fuck what y'all think, and I don't care if it's an unpopular opinion. It is what it is. It's fake. It's fake outrage. It's fake outreach. It's fake because if she really wanted to reach out to her, because she really thought that it was meaningful, she could have reached out to her behind the scenes, but she knew what the fuck the backlash was gonna be, man. I mean, I don't know why y'all can't see this shit. Like everybody acting like they
I'm okay
blind or
with her saying
they some,
whatever.
they some kind of fake
She
social
wasn't
justice
trying to
warrior.
stand on it.
Man, come on, bro. They getting their followers up and shit, man. I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Bringing visibility to they self. People be knowing what they doing, man. This junk is fake outrage, bro. Oh man, but don't disrespect. Man, shut that shit up, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I mean, look. You can't.
I reach
I look
out
at
to
it that way. You
people
can't tell
all
her
the
how
time.
to feel.
I
But
reach out to people all the time that I disagree with behind the scenes. All the time. And most of the time, 98, 99% of the time, we amicably come to an understanding and nobody ever knows about it. Nobody ever knows about it, ever. Come on, man. Get out of here with this shit, bro.
okay. Molly, you have anything to add?
I was agreeing with Carrie, and then you said that at the end of it, she was telling people to kind of back off of Sexy Red. Is that my
Yeah,
understanding?
yeah.
So it doesn't even
Because
matter. It
they
was
started
pointless to
going in
even
on her.
if you didn't want Sexy Red to get the backlash, you never should have addressed her in the first place. So that part just lost me. I was gonna say it is distasteful, but you can't post something saying that you don't like it, and then when people respond, you want to say don't say anything to them. So what you
Yeah,
even bring it
that was
up
the only
for?
part I didn't like. That was the only part I didn't like. Everything else, if that's what she want to say, okay, it's
And
her
you should have
Like
just
daddy.
I
let her
said,
get the backlash. But
I didn't know that it was a limit to who could acknowledge shit and who couldn't acknowledge stuff. So I didn't see anything about the picture that was distasteful. If it was something like if it was her twerking, if it was her doing something disrespectful, then I would understand the backlash. But she didn't even do nothing disrespectful. And I didn't know only certain people could repost shit or to say, hey, happy MLK Day, or to repost an AI generated photo or some shit like that. If it was disrespectful, then I would rock with it. But people just be getting mad at anything. Nigga, just say that you don't like her. You know what I'm saying? And then just call it a day. Don't
No,
make it
just say
yeah,
you want to
don't make
use
it
just
seem
say
like
you
they
want to
did
use that
something
woman for clout.
disrespectful because she didn't do nothing disrespectful at all.
Yeah,
she
just say
didn't
you
do
want to use
any.
that moment for clout.
I see fucking prisoners that did some of the most egregious shit in society acknowledging stuff and people be showing them love and stuff like that. No, man, I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
Yeah, and most of the pictures I see in the hood of Martin Luther King, they look ratchet. He's on cover like flyers for clubs. I've seen it all. So I mean, it's not anything new. It's not surprising that they put Sexy Red up there with him because any other post from somebody black with Martin Luther King is typically super ghetto. But to act mad and then when the internet is coming for her too and say, "Oh, don't say anything," that
Yeah, they drug
it was
her.
just pointless. You stirred up something, and then you have people talking about this girl who should not even be talked about. Why do we give her energy? But
Ain't nobody even make no money off of it or nothing like that. It's like ain't nobody getting nothing out of this shit.
exactly.
Okay, cool. Now I'm never gonna post your dad ever fucking again, and we ain't gotta worry about it. Cool. Now what? Ain't nobody getting nothing from it. Taking time out to acknowledge somebody. Now y'all want to have fake outrage. Y'all so whack. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Oh, I'm so mad that they reposted Martin Luther King. Shut the fuck up, man. Man, it was
Hey, dog.
disrespectful to MLK. You niggas don't even like your own daddies.
But the black community loves Sexy Red too, especially
Fuck
the
out of
black
here,
women.
bro.
I don't even get it. They love
Half of
her.
these niggas that was outraged was
Nobody
probably
love
their
her.
girlfriends was
They
at
love her,
their
Slimmy.
girlfriends
Girls
was
in the
probably
hood love her.
at that chick's concert.
Oh yeah,
Their
yeah.
Yes.
girlfriends probably got a copy, one of the songs from Sexy Red in their iTunes or their Spotify portfolio. Shut that shit up, bro. Don't
The
nobody care.
post said, "Get it sexy."
They love Sexy
I don't
Red.
like
I don't,
Sexy Red, bitch. Your home girl, your wife got some songs of Sexy Red in there.